Good morning, everyone. So today may take a little bit longer than my usual 5 to 6 minutes video because I really want to go through everything that's involved in this wellness spring clean challenge that you can do it for 6 weeks. My idea is doing it in 6 weeks, but obviously you can adjust to whatever is going to be right for you. So earlier on today, you may have seen that I basically put a whole checklist. I put a post with a checklist, but basically just want to go through this. So if you've missed any of the other videos, but the idea is that first of all that you have a journal notebook, or maybe you've printed off the different samples that I put on Facebook. I'll put all the samples on again, so if you've missed them, so they're all in one place, so that you can start your planning, but also so that you can measure exactly where you're at in the different elements that affect your wellness. So we spoke about activity, so everything related to exercise, everything related to your nutrition, everything related to your mindset, to your feelings, and also I want to include their sleep because that's a really important one. But also what I want to say about nutrition is that I know that a lot of people have intolerances, or you suspect that you're intolerant to something, and this time in lockdown can maybe give you the opportunity to take things out of your diet and then introduce them, because sometimes we may suspect that maybe it's gluten, or it could be dairy products or other foods, but we really don't have the time to start taking everything out of our diet, like take it to basic of like lean proteins and vegetables and fruits, and then start adding things to see the difference. So if you are one of these people, then that gives you the perfect opportunity. So you can tweak when it comes to your menu, your food diary and things. Another thing, obviously, that you measure everything. So if you are looking to lose weight as well, make sure that you take your starting weight where you are now. A good thing as well to see your progress, whether it's weight loss, but also if you're having, an exercise regime where you want to achieve specific results, then take your measurements as well. Now, if you don't have a measure, a good thing to do, if you have some ribbon or some string at home, you can measure the different parts of your body that you want to see progress. So say your waist, and take a measurement with ribbon or string, and then you can attach a little label that says waist, a little label that says hips, and so on, and then you actually can physically see the difference of your achievement. So that could be a way of measuring those things. So then you've created all the different trackers for the different things of your wellness that you're going to measure. As I say, I will add all the examples so that then you can create your own or print them off. So also what's really important, that once you know what you're looking to achieve, is how you're going to do it and when you are going to do it. So say if it's related to activity, then you want to write out a program of the things that you're going to do. Whether if you're on Go Girls and there's all the different videos there from the coaches, or the YouTube videos that have been shared, or something else that you have found, or maybe a program that you have at home. So you know what you're going to do, and then you want to write down when you're going to do it. So you have a routine of when you're going to do it, how many times you're going to do it. The same with your food program, the same with things linked to mindset. Everything that you do, you need to know how you're going to do it, and then you need to go when you're going to do it, so that then you can commit to do it. So you can set your alarm and you can show up on yourself. These are promises, small promises that you're making to yourself, and you don't want to break the promises that you make to yourself. Then also on that post, I put then all the different elements that you're going to make your plan related to food, activity, mindset, emotional plan, sleep plan, etc. Obviously, throughout the 6 weeks, I'm going to be putting posts with tips and everything like that. But also I'm going to add my email, or you can contact me through Facebook. So anything that you want to contact me direct, feel free to, and if I can help you, I definitely will. And also, but do sort of interact with each other. So it's great to share tips. If you find something that's really working for you, share it with others, because sharing is caring. So that's all the preparation and the planning. So you've measured everything and you've figured out how you're going to do these things. Not everything, because this is why this is part of the support program. that we can support each other. I can support you as you go along. We can brainstorm. We can find new solutions. We can change strategies if things are not working. So that's that. So also every week, one thing that we're going to do is to our areas of wellness and healthy habits. Each area is going to have a score from 1 to 10. So the score 10 being the healthiest. So you're near to goal, you're feeling you're doing that well and healthy. And obviously the lower you go down, the further away you are from that. So there's going to be 10 crucial elements of which you're going to score yourself. Now, some of these elements, you may already just score yourself 10, okay, straight away. And that's fine. And that you already know it. And it's just there. It's not about being an A-star student or anything like that, okay? So it's not about judging yourself, but it's about seeing your progress. Now, the reason I've broken this down into 10 different things is that sometimes when you're looking at one specific thing, say if you're looking to lose weight, if you're not achieving as fast as you want to that weight loss, you may feel really despondent and you're just not being kind to yourself. But the way I've broken this down is that you look at the big picture, because your well-being and your wellness and your health is a combination of everything. It's not just one thing. And a lot of the times we only judge it by what we see, okay? So if we think, that we look at ourselves and we think that we're a healthy way, and say if we exercise and then we think, yeah, we're doing that, we think everything is great. But that is not the true picture. How many people do we know that could be eating all the right foods, that could be exercising, and maybe be suffering from depression, from anxiety, from stress, that can be even more damaging to your health? So this is not about just what you see. This spring clean is not about just tidying up your house on the outside and it all looks lovely if somebody walks in. This is about opening the cupboards, finding what's there, the stuff that's in the back that you'd even forgotten about. This is about a real spring clean. It's really about the whole of your well-being, the whole of your health. And it's really about that wealth, because that is what is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. And we know that whoever you are, your aim in life is going to be healthy and happy, right? We all want to be happy, and we may take different routes for that. That may look different for everybody. But unless we're healthy, all the things that we want to enjoy in life, we're not going to enjoy them to the full. We may already have health conditions, but that doesn't mean that the things that we do daily, that we can't improve that condition or take away some of the things that make that situation or that condition difficult to deal with. So the areas are, so when you go from your week, you're gonna score your starting point. So today you can sit down and have a think, right? When you look at your nutrition, at how you eat, how would you score that from 1 to 10? 10 being optimum healthy, that you're getting all the nutrients, you have all the energy, and you feel really positive about that. Then your activity, your exercise, you know what you're doing. You know that if you're doing it enough, if you're putting in enough effort, or if you're not doing it at all, whatever it is. So you're going to look at the cardio element, the strength training element, the flexibility element. So when you look at activity as a whole, what would you score yourself from 1 to 10? When you look at your mindset, managing your thoughts and motivation and your actions and your positivity and your kind thoughts to yourself and all those things, your self-image, all those things, your self-esteem, what would you put yourself in 1 to 10 of that, of where your mindset is at the moment? And we all know that that can change. Then your emotional well-being, and that would be more how you're coping at the moment with not being close to your loved ones, to your friends, your work, all the things you do. How are you feeling emotionally from 1 to 10 now? 10 being that you're just feeling on top of the world. Then your sleep as well. So it's not only the quality of your sleep, it's also, are you getting enough hours sleep? I mean, if you can put 10 out of 10, you're sleeping like a baby enough hours, that's brilliant. Just put down the 10 and whoa, that's one that you've nailed it and done. But if not, if you're not scoring 10, then as the weeks progress, we can then look at ways that you can work at that. But also you might see, as you make changes to other things, maybe your activity, maybe the way you're eating, the sleep improves, and then you can make those links. Okay, so that is why all these things are here, because it's everything links together, and then you can start making the connections between one thing and the other. Then we've got alcohol consumption here. Now, say for example, I like a glass of wine, okay? So I'm not going to give myself 10 because I'm not teetotal. That may be you, and that's great. But I want to see if what I'm drinking, am I doing it in a way that's not damaging my health, okay? So I've got to look at that honestly. And then if I can see that maybe what I am doing can damage my long-term health, then I can think about maybe reducing a little. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for progress. Then I've got smoking as well. Non-smoker, just give yourself a 10. If you're a smoker, we know that when it comes to our health, there's a big difference between smoking less than 10 a day, between 10 and 20 and 20 plus. So you may be looking for an improvement there to moving from one category to the other. Addictive behavior. So here I've got things like substances, which can be even chocolate, right? Gambling, during lockdown, you might have got carried away with the bingo online, games, it's okay to do these things, but when you're doing them in a way that's not affecting positively your well-being, because you can do some of these things for a bit of stress relief, and then you can do them that they become an addiction. So it's just putting there from 1 to 10 how you feel there. If you've got no addiction whatsoever, give yourself a 10, but there are very few people that are not addicted to something. It could be even cleaning, that you're so addicted to that you're missing out on other things in life. So that is maybe not affecting your well-being in a 100% positive way. Then I've got things like self-care. So this especially can be at this time, we're not going to go to the GP unless we have a really important reason to. So this is where things like our own self-check, especially us ladies, okay, checking everything monthly, making sure that there's no new lumps and bumps, but even looking at things like moles on your body, taking that time, because now we seem to just throw on anything and we're a bit more relaxed about everything. Maybe our relationship with our body is not as observant. So it's that self-care. Even things as we age, we can have problems with our feet. So make sure that you give yourself, a pedicure, not just to paint your nails and that, just a pedicure from the sense to make sure that everything's comfortable and that, problems are not sort of brewing, that we're just ignoring those things. And relaxation and pampering, why not as well? Self-care, especially when now we can't get hugs and stuff, it's good to give ourselves a bit of self-love. Then I've got things like self-harm, because this project is about being honest, about being open, and about normalizing things as well. Because many of us do self-harm to ourselves, whether it's psychologically with the thoughts that we have. We can do things physically as well, whether it's related to food, many things. I've got a habit, anybody that knows me, that I literally pick my fingers until they're raw. And this, I don't necessarily do it just because I'm stressed. I can do it because I'm bored. I can do it because I'm concentrating on something else. And it's a habit that I've had since my 20s. And I kind of get on top of it and it comes back. Because I wasn't well, I think just the fact maybe I was dehydrated, my skin got drier, and it's like a scab once you get something to pick. And I literally, friends that know me, I can make my fingers red raw. It drives my husband absolutely mad. And it's something that I've got back into doing, and it is really bad. And I need to stop it because there are health implications of constantly doing that. So that is a form of self-harm that I do. I'm conscious of it. For everybody, it looks different. For everybody, it's a different degree. Okay, so that's included there as well. Because even making progress on those things can make you feel good. Because I find it really hard to stop doing that. So if I sort of get closer to that 10 mark, that will make me feel good about myself and motivate me to go forward. So that will give you a total score, a possible total score of 100. So it doesn't matter where your starting point is. Even if you start at less than 50%, it's about each week seeing, wow, that is increasing. Even if one area you're struggling with, the other areas, if you're smashing it, it gives you that sense of knowing that you're looking after the whole of your well-being, not just what you see. Okay, so also I've got here that on social media, Facebook, I will be putting different posts on different things that I think that you will find useful, that you will find helpful. But please, if there's anything in specific that I can help you with, you'd like me to talk about, or whatever it is, just sort of communicate with me, whether it's private message me or just put in the post as well. So then lastly, to finish this off, before tomorrow, I put it as a start day for me, Sunday. So I'm looking forward to my starting point. But you can start with me. You can start at any point. You can use it in the future, whatever. But I like a quote. Those who know me know that. And also I like something that rhymes. It kind of stays with me in my brain. So you've all heard me say, plan and things will be more likely to go to plan. Track and you're more likely to stay on track. Know your why and keep it close by. Figure your how so you can act now. When you act, you achieve, and that's a fact. To be your best, put your potential to the test. Feel the glory of being the idol in your own story. And if in doubt, remember, you deserve this. And always put out a shout. So as I say, whether it's sharing with others or if I can, I'll help you as well. So everybody should have a why. That is really important. And for me, I have many whys, whether it's my health, my well-being, my future, my family history of diseases, because I want to be an example, a good example to my children. And of course, because of the job that I do, I try to sort of live by what I suggest to others as well. So it's important. So for me, just what I do inspires me to be my best as well. But knowing those whys, writing them down is important. So today was a long one. I'm just seeing there nearly 20 minutes, but I hope you benefit from it. I hope you can join me. And hey, now in lockdown, you do have 20 minutes of your time just to hear me rabbit on. And even if you take one positive thing, one bit of motivation, I'm not greedy. For me, that's enough. But I really, really do hope that some of you can join me and that together we can all see the benefits to our health that we get from this wellness spring clean. Bye. Much love. Mwah, mwah, mwah.